Hi everybody, this is my newest box. It is a box that has more meaning than I think anything I've ever done. So this is the Flatiron Building in Manhattan, which is my favorite building of all time. Love my little embellishments. This is now my favorite. Can you see it? It says handmade. Okay, now this here is Wall Street back in the day. Probably the turn of the century. Oh, it says 1840. Silly me. Manhattan, Brooklyn Bridge. Washington Square Park, the monument. The harbor at Lower Manhattan. St. Patrick's Cathedral, 1905. So now, let's open it. Now, the box, like the album I created for inside, I made a little too big, so it's not going to be able to stay in this box. I know, I overdid it. Okay. So this is almost like a suitcase. I'll get to that in a second. But can you see my box? It's supposed to be a briefcase. I made a little flap to put things in. In fact, I can throw cards in there. But what I love the most is, do you remember back in the day, briefcases had a little hidden compartment put things in? Well, I made one too. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, give me a hard time. So this is my box. And now on to my album. Okay. It's all about New York. Empire State Building. These I was very impressed with. These are cute little embellishments that I literally just cut into fours so I can get four corners out of. And this is what they look like. Same thing here. There's my Flatiron Building again and again. And then, how cute is this? Can you see this? It opens up and you can put a little love note inside of it. And not only is this the key to my heart, it's the key to New York City. Alright, this picture came out crystal clear. All my images I took off of the internet. Can you see this? Police Department, New York. This is the mayor of New York City at this time getting out of the car and going to a parade. Look at all the mounted police officers. Can you see that? Love this picture. Okay, so now we get to open up the book. Hell's Gates Bridge, Astoria, where I was born and raised. South Street Seaport. The Statue of Liberty. And then I'll show you the last page. One of my all-time favorite pictures is the men working up on the iron rails, having lunch. Not OSHA approved today. So this is my album. And like I said, this isn't paper that I bought in a package. This is all images off the internet that I researched. Look at these. This is St. Patrick's as it was being built. This is St. Patrick's after it was built. And now, if you looked at St. Pat's today, the skyscrapers that are all around this. I didn't fill in these pages. These are going to be for photographs. And what I did was, I just made journal paper. Pockets and journal paper. This is an envelope. And then I put journaling things on the inside of each envelope. But then I put tags in them. So it's a double pocket. You could put pictures, journaling, and more pictures. Here's my Flatiron building again. And this is where the Flatiron building will eventually stand. Same thing, pockets, pockets, and then I just made lots of journaling tags, places. And we move on to the Chrysler building. Macy's, Herald Square. Just love this, the way it came out. Lots of places for journaling, lots of places for photographs, notes, more journaling. But for me, it was all about the history. This is Gramercy Park, Washington, on his horse. This is also Gramercy Park. I love the way these all came out. I'm going to keep saying it. And then I took many images and I put them on the journaling cards. I decided to put one of the metal embellishments right here. This is Tompkins Square Park back in the day. I knew Tompkins Square Park when there were riots in Tompkins Square Park. Look at how beautiful this is. This is a little story about Tompkins Square Park and the children playing in it. Some more journaling. New York City. Grand Central Station. Grand Central Station. Isn't that great? And then this is an actual photograph I took of Grand Central Station. So this is the before, back in the day. And this is just this summer, 2016. Lots of journaling cards, new beginnings. And there's another picture of Lower Manhattan back in the day. Just realized I didn't distress that. The New York Library, another one of my favorite buildings. Times Square, love Times Square. Just lots and lots of journaling spaces. This again is the Washington Square Park and the monument at Washington Square Park. The Manhattan Bridge being built. I'm going to make this quick because I hear my dog is coming in the house and he's going to be barking. The World Trade Center, Twin Towers. God rest everybody's soul. Liberty. Brooklyn Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge, probably also the turn of the century. This was all about the buildings. This here is the Dakota, where John Lennon lost his life in front of that night. But look, there's no buildings around it. And this here is the Plaza Hotel, Manhattan. And then this is just my tribute to New York City. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. This took me about 2 weeks to do. And I learned so much by doing it. I hope you enjoyed it.